It's the perfect storm, a glorious day. Look a little more closely where we are and more about this track with the Kia track map, Dorse.
Well, Miller Motorsports Park is located in Tooele, Utah. That's just outside Salt Lake City, and it's a massive track, 4.4 miles in length if you use all of it. But we're not. We're using the outer course today. That course is 3.048 miles in length, 15 turns, 10 left-handers, 5 right-handers. 3 good passing points down in turn 1, definitely in turn 5, which is the hairpin, and then turn 11.
Carbonell, Joe Foster, and Ted Anthony and Jordan Musser have been having a phenomenal arm wrestle. Charlie Putman is running in 7th, the championship leader. Duncan Endy, Frankie Montecalvo, and Jack Roush Jr. in that second Roush Mustang is inside the top 10. And this pairing can continue at what I'm alluding to is the terrific result in the Grand Am Rolex Sports Car Series GT division. They can continue this run in GS, would be something else. To Brian Till.
Standing down here at Compass 360 with Lawson Aschenbach. And Lawson, you know well what it takes to win a championship. You've done that before. As you look down pit road, I asked you if you were keeping up with what's going on with the 81 car. What'd you tell me?
Time to bring you up to speed on happenings recently. This was a spectacular moment, not for a positive reason. Ron Farmer and Randy Smalley coming together, and a heavy impact, Dorse.
Very heavy. Look at the damage on the BMW. Both cars would have...
Brings the 74 Compass 360 Honda to pit road. And the...
So could they do one here? That would be an awfully good weekend.
Working our way back through the field, we're picking up the 48 of Charles Putman. There he is, the 4-line BMW.
Trouble for the car ahead. That Camaro is overheating badly. You'll see right in front of Charles, if we get a look up there, that car is spewing some sort of fluid like mad.
Jordan Musser behind the wheel of that car. So Camaro's run 1, 2, 3 right now, but here come the BMWs. Matt Plum in the run bum machine. You can see it there, that turquoise blue machine in the middle of the screen. He is now up to 5th. He's made that first pit stop. So the team, they're not in contention for the championship here today, but they are certainly looking for another victory to put on the board.
Looks like it quit smoking. Maybe it's been off the road or something. It surely looked like he's dumping fluid.
Who could forget that monumental blow-up at New Jersey Motorsports Park with the 06 on the front straight?
That's the biggest blow-up of the year that I've seen so far. That was a big one.
Incredible scenes. Behind these boys, Putman, Plum, Sellers, Duncan Endy, Jack Roush Jr., Joey Hand, and Andrew Hendricks. That's the top 10.
Yep, still smoking, no doubt about it. The 06 in trouble.
Yeah, Lee, you were talking about that blow-up at New Jersey. Now, remember, this is just the 4th race this team has run, and they have showed great speed. Ryan Lewis and Jordan Musser behind the wheel. We just got to get some of those mechanical issues behind them a little bit, and perhaps they can get a car to the finish, and that will be key for this team. You saw that massive explosion at New Jersey Motorsports Park, but the speed is there. Once the reliability gets there and they run more races, they'll be a real threat for the championship.
This could be nothing more than an oil leak. I mean, I see it. It was really bad in the one corner, and we saw it a little bit a minute ago as well, but you know, it could just be an oil overflow or something dumping across those exhausts.
We know that those Camaro engines have been having some piston issues. I spoke to the Stevenson group this weekend. They said they got 2 fresh motors in both of their cars this weekend to try and not have any issues. So they're continuing to work on it. The car has shown really a great, rapid growth in terms of the development of that car throughout the course of the season. It's very fast, but reliability issues still there, still in the back of your mind.
Oh, you saw it right
That's
there,
massive,
Musser.
yeah.
Very, very big puff of smoke right there when he got on the brake, and it trails it across the corner. I think that's leaking fluid and a lot of it.
Plum has got a car here. They really dominated here last year, the team with the 1-2, but this is the later generation car that they're running here up front today. The other 2 cars are still the older models. Inside
move for position. Matt Plum takes over that spot from Charles Putman. So the Rum Bum car is now into the top 4.
And this kind of thing. I think the fact that the car is where it is and it was where it was is a testament to how well Stevenson can set up a Camaro.
Well, Jeff Bucknam obviously got his problems with the brake issues out there. The 9 car did leapfrog.
It was. Now Sorrellis is under pressure of losing that position. He and Brian Sellers have been out there for 23 laps, so they're off sequence in comparison to the rest of the field because the other boys like Guy Cosmo and Joey Hand have only been out there for a handful of laps. But this fight is on.
Kia's going to be fuel mileage. You'd have to think that these...
Yep.
Yeah.
So going deeper in the field, here you see Carbonell is by Aschenbach. Behind these boys, it's the 75 of Ryan Eversley, then the 198 of Owen Trinkler. So the Mini is up into the top 5 at the moment. Championship snapshot. just 3 in it. So the 74 car would on strong in the Mini. And a little further back than Scott Maxwell, then Jeff Bucknam. Spencer Pumpelly is fighting hard with Joey Atterbury, and championship hopeful Charles Espenlaub is in 8th. We'll monitor his position very carefully because the guy leading is the guy fighting him for the GS Championship.
Yeah, if Joey Hand finishes here, Charles Espenlaub has to finish in the top 5. So it's all on for the championship now. We're just over 30 minutes. And that gave Matt Plum a little bit of an advantage coming through the next series of corners. He tried to take advantage of that, but he could not. Joey Hand still holds on the lead, but look at Billy Johnson. He looks strong too, Dorsey.
No question about that. Like I said, the 2 Mustangs are sitting back there. Any little mistake and they're going to pounce.
Chris, tell us more about the Turner car.
Well, you guys are seeing Joey Hand doing a lot of slipping and sliding out there. That was one of the reasons that they got some track position on that lap.
Something that hasn't changed, you want to drive race cars. This is your first GS race. How is it?
It's great. It was busy out there, and the car was pretty loose, but we're working with it, and it's a new car, and we're just trying to figure everything out.
I know it's good to get back to the racetrack. I know you've been doing a little testing, but let's look to 2011. Got a new sponsor on board, and how's that looking as we look into next year?
Well, we have Golden Gate Martin.
You can see the racetrack is really, really dirty. You hear the tires squealing. The sun's in your eyes. Tires on the race car are worn out. And brakes on the race car are worn out. Drivers are worn out. I mean, this last 20 minutes really it separates the men from the boys for sure.
Dorsey, Spencer Pumpelly. Stasi did 3 in a row back in 2007.
Did
so
you just have a Joey Atterbury moment
I
like I
did
had
have
before?
a moment.
I'm wondering, guys, if their track conditions are being so slippery or not helping that Mini come forward a little bit. I mean, it's really bad out there. And you see everybody going off the racetrack, sliding around, bringing gravel back up, dust and whatnot. I wonder if that Mini doesn't have a little bit of an edge under these conditions.
Well, you know what? You've got to take who can do what. Look at Billy Johnson. He's dirt tracking it. That's how hard he's trying. He climbed right up over the back of the curb.
So Matt Plum there working the wheel, sawing away at the wheel. He's using everything he's got. They recognize they want to win this one. This is huge. To come out of this championship season with another win would be a great way to start the off season.
Billy Johnson manhandling that Mustang. Let me tell you, he's getting all of it in this race.
They're coming to the white flag. It's the final lap of the 2010 season. And there's a 3rd win on the line for Matt Plum and the Rum Bum BMW team. He did the majority of the season with young Gian Bacardi, Nick Longy stepping in the last couple of rounds and immediately achieving success as well. So both co-drivers with Matt. Speed's coverage of the Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge Series is presented by Continental Tire. Innovative technology, driving confidence.